Hi there, my name is Eddie with Multi-Man Services. We're your Roof Max roof rejuvenating dealer in the area. We're here doing a roof assessment on the first building, 642. I thought I'd introduce myself before I hop up there, and also to encourage you to watch this brief informational video that ultimately explains why roof rejuvenation is a good investment to help extend the life of your roof and how you can benefit from it. Thank you.
Introducing Roof Max, the first professional and affordable roofing treatment that is scientifically proven to reduce an asphalt roof's aging process. With Roof Max, you'll have the protection of a brand new roof and save thousands. Roof Max's skilled technicians apply a safe, effective, and affordable natural treatment. And within hours, you have a roof that performs like a new roof. Roof Max's exclusive treatment resaturates old, dried shingles with a natural, bio-friendly formula that quickly restores flexibility and water-repelling protection guaranteed. So a Roof Max roof can also pass a home inspection if you're getting ready to sell or for insurance, saving you money. Check out our website to see impeccable reviews saving thousands of roofs and millions of dollars. Remember, a new roof can cost you tens of thousands. And who wants to deal with days of this?
Okay, we're here on the top of the roof, and I thought I'd get into the inspection. Essentially what we look for when we're doing a roof inspection to see if it qualifies for treatment is the seal tabs, if they're still glued down really well and how well they're staying sealed, granular loss in the gutters, and we'll look at all the plumbing details and the flashing details, make sure everything's nice and watertight. So right away I start looking at the shingles and I see some of these shiny fiberglass areas here. That tells me that the shingles are in the greater degranulation stage. That definitely has got some shininess where that white fiberglass is showing. Lots of asphalt being exposed here. And then I see a lot of nail pops where a nail has worked its way through the shingle. There's another one. And that's an entry point for water. And so over time, the sealant that was being held down to keep the water from coming in where the nails are, that's kind of worn away. You can see the difference between the black streaking on the right here and then on the north side of the roof, or the south side of the roof is more of the sun. North side less sun, so it's got that black algae. This is more of an aesthetic thing. It's not going to hurt anything. The Roof Max should help with that. Couple of things that I'd like to see improved upon: weather tightness. Over time, these plumbing boots will start to get some dry rot and cracking, and instead of replacing this whole thing, which could be potentially a $300 to $500 repair, what we do is we put a big globule of roofing sealant on there and a new rubber gasket. That'll solve that problem there. Looking at a couple of boots here, I like to see these screwed down with a rubber grommet screw. This flapping around is no good, and this is starting to raise itself up. You can see how high that's gotten. This is an entry point for water. Over time that has raised itself up, so we want to get that screwed down. You can see there was a repair here on the ridge cap here on the corner of the building. So the weather may have blown that away. So this roof is a great candidate for rejuvenation from Roof Max. I'm going to move on to the other properties here. Got one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here. So I'll head over there and work away. Okay, we're on 651 roof here, and looking around the roof shingles look about the same as the other roof, but a few differences. Got the heavy algae growing on this side, some green moss growing over there. Now the moss is more of a concern for me than seeing the black algae. If you take a look at the moss, this is actually growing roots down into your shingle, and that's when you have issues. But it's not that bad. A treatment will still soak into there. This is lichen, another form of algae or moss, and that's growing roots into your shingles. So I would encourage a treatment at minimum to help rejuvenate the roof. A lot of nails just willy-nilly here. Holding that down. Here's the one that's doing nothing. It's exposed nail. It's an entry point for water. Now this looks like a dead vent. At one point it's been capped off, but this is still an entry point for water here. And we want to make sure that we get another coat of roofing sealant all around there. Right in here at some point, you can see this starting to crack right here. No sealant where this nail is. So that's an entry point for water. You can see that moving. So updated sealant here is needed along with the rest of the vents. And looking at this cap over here, it looks like at one point someone came up here and started nailing stuff off. It's everywhere all along the whole line, but never sealed. So we gotta have roofing sealant along all these nails, because that's an entry point for water. So yeah, the roof is in great condition. Here's a couple of nails that concern me right in the valley. A nail should have never been put right here. You can see how it's popped up right here where the water runs. So this a tune-up is needed minimum sooner than later. So roof is in great condition. It is showing definite signs of drying out, the black streaking. And a treatment from Roof Max will extend the life of this roof by another 5 years for one treatment, and I can easily see another 3 treatments over the course of the 15 years. Okay, that was 651, and we're on the very next one here. I'm on top of the roof, starting to look at the shingles, and I see a lot of things that are concerning on this second building here on the left coming into the subdivision. More or less just a lot of this white shininess you can see in the asphalt. That's an example of degranulation. Asphalt being exposed, the gutters are probably full of it, the granulars. Right here I'm seeing some examples of thermal cracking. The shingles expanding and contracting. And also seeing some interesting roof repairs here. I hope they're not leaking. But I think at one point these used to do what he set out to do. Whoever installed this is not the way I would have done it, but looks like the sealant is starting to dry out again. So I mean, water is just going to come rushing in there. So I'd like to see another coat. This doesn't last a few years. Got some good sealant here, decent repair here, but you can definitely see the degranulation and the shingles on this roof here. Things are looking a little challenged. Boots definitely need a tune-up. In the past, maybe somebody was trying to fix a leak, so they put a bunch of sealant here and sealant around this rubber boot. We're gonna put a new gasket and sealant around this entire boot. That one's looking tired, and this one's tired. It's got the crack. It needs some love. So shingles here are definitely seeing signs of drying out, degranulation, cracking here. So the roof preservation. One good thing about these shingles here is that I'm not able to lift any of them up. So the seal tabs are still glued down really nicely. And the benefit with the Roof Max treatment is it actually soaks down into the shingle. It helps reactivate those seal tabs under each shingle. This is going to need another sealant and rubber gasket to preserve that entry point for water. Got another crack right above this boot. I'd like to see some sealant there. Other than that, this roof is good to go for treatment. I don't see anything glaringly wrong that would warrant a replacement or just waiting for replacement. I want to see some sealant on these exposed nails here. I'll head over to the third building there. Thank you. Okay, we're on the third building here. We had the first small one, the second one, and then the third one here. Just walking up to it, I'm starting to see some curls and cupping in this ridge cap here. You can see how that is starting to lift up. Now a Roof Max treatment, what it'll relax those shingles and you'll be able to, and not growing, but I think what else is causing that is this nail pop is starting to come down. So during our roof tune-up, that will be beaten down and then resealed. Okay, here's another entry point for water that's definitely concerning me. You see that little slit in the rubber gasket? We want to get some serious roofing sealant on that and put a new gasket around that too. Like to see some caulk here. Roof sealant needs to be put there. Then I got a nice little hole on this shingle here. I'd like to see some sealant there. You can see the flexibility of the shingle is still pretty decent, and how it bends and flex. So very, very impressed with that, but things are starting to dry out. We want to get another rubber grommet screw here and seal that up. Okay, we're across the street from 622 here. Looking at the roof, you can see a lot of the ridge caps have nails that need to be resealed. At one point this must have blew off, but we need to get some sealant on those nails. It's all dried out, and we're going to want to get new sealant there, entry point for water. A lot of roof debris on this roof here, so we're going to want to get all that blown off before we do treatment. This is one of the dirtier roofs because of all the increased shade. A couple skylights here I haven't seen on other properties, so sometimes people ask, what does our solution do to skylights? What it does is it makes your skylights look cleaner. It acts like Windex, so it'll dry on your windows, and then when the next rain comes, it just makes that look really clean. So everything looks pretty typical here. Nothing serious that I can see. I mean, very similar to all the rest of the roofs. General tune-up needed. I would say roof debris removal encouraged. Tree trimming encouraged. Got some serious moss growing over on this side here. Definite lichen and moss growth here, very extensive. So you can kind of see what happens when the lichen peels away from the roof. This is lichen, and when it dries up, it pulls granulars with it. This is the result of poor roof maintenance. So if this was my roof with this type of growth on the shingles, I would want it cleaned, because I mean, definitely would want to extend the life of the roof, but that's not needed. Rejuvenation treatment for Roof Max would give it that 5 years extra life. So I'll quote you for the tune-up and the rejuvenation of the shingles, and that'll help you there. Thanks so much. Okay, we're on building 800, 802. Definite cracks in the chink of the armor on this rubber collar, that one there, and I'm noticing a chink in the armor on this rubber collar. So roof tune-up at bare minimum for this property here. Very similar story. Degranulation felt showing through. You can kind of see the result of aging. Seal tabs still glued down really well. Not able to pull these shingles up. Very happy with that. I mean, some serious ridge cap tune-up here, but failing in the sealing of the nail holes. Seeing a little bit of a valley issue here. I think if it's not leaking, don't fix it. Looks like it should be good to go. More ridge cap sections repaired over the years. This is only going to keep getting worse if we don't rehydrate these shingles. Just walking on these shingles, you can hear how crunchy they are. They're not flexible or pliable as they were when they were younger, but still decent condition. I'm pretty impressed with the amount of flexibility it has. After treatment, roof flexibility test on a treatment after we do it, see how it improved. But treatment suggested on this property, just like the rest. We'll move on to the next two here and go from there. Thank you so much. Okay, we're here at the 804 building. It looks like the entire roof is in need of treatment. Looking at some serious tune-up needed here. Cracked plumbing boots here. very much an entry point for water, and more cracked plumbing booths over here as well. So we're going to get a good globular of sealant over that, and then get that treated with a new rubber gasket. You can see some areas of degranulation, thermal cracking, but otherwise the shingles are in decent condition, showing normal signs of wear and tear. It looks like at one point this whole ridge cap from there onward may have been replaced. So further repairs will be needed, left untreated. Pretty crunchy roof I'm walking on here. Let's go down here and look at this. Yeah, you can see the pitting here in these shingles, the loss of granular in the shingles, lots of spotting. Like to see this tied down better. Seal down this nail pop here, entry point for water. And as you'll see, if you look into the gutter here, you can see signs of the gutter gravel in there. So we'll head over to our last one and do that inspection. And once again, thanks for having me here. Great opportunity to really extend the life of these roofs, and we'll get on that last roof there. I could film one more video about these domes on the roof. My treatment actually cannot be put on these domes. If it does and left dried, it will crack them. So what we do is we fully cover them with a garbage bag, treat the roof, come back and take it off. That way our treatment will affect these plexi poly clear domes here, and that would cause more problems than needed. But that way we're all on the same page as far as what to expect when we do treatment. Woo! This last roof is it's tiring doing this. 7 roofs, but you know, this roof looks similar to the rest of the roofs. Definitely seeing some different grades of shingles. You can kind of see here there's a little patch right here and a patch there, and different patches of bundles of shingles. As the shingles age, they weather differently depending on how they were manufactured, but we're still seeing a lot of signs of the degranulation, the fiberglass being exposed. Definitely seeing some areas where we're going to need to have a roof tune-up to prevent wet water from coming into these pipe collars on all of them. And yeah, this roof is definitely a candidate for treatment. Got some forms of algae here that if in the event you were to decide to have a roof cleaning, that would turn white or yellow. All these black streaks would be removed. My name is Eddie, owner-operator of Multi-Man Services, a home service company out of Beloit, Wisconsin. And we specialize in roof cleaning, roof tune-ups, roof maintenance, house washing, gutter cleaning, gutter screen installation. And if you're a homeowner in the Elkhorn, Fontana, Lake Geneva, Williams Bay, Rockford, Madison area, we'd love to help you to see if your roof qualifies to be extended by another 5 years with each treatment from Roof Max. And what we'll do is we'll come by just like this, do a no obligation roof assessment, and see if your roof qualifies. All of these buildings here are in dire need of treatment. Otherwise, within the next few years, there really is no helping them. But if we start early on, we can get a 10, potentially 15 years life with 3 treatments. So oftentimes people realize that the cost of maintenance is way more affordable than the price of fully replacing your shingles on your roof. You can treat this roof for 3 treatments for a total of 15 years for less than half of the cost of what it would be to replace the entire roof. And nowadays shingles aren't lasting as much longer than 17 years to 17 to 20 years, if that. So I hope that by me showing you these warning signs of nail pops, that you understand the need to do a tune-up minimum, treatment to extend the life of the roof secondary, and if you'd like to have them cleaned, we'd be glad to help you there. Otherwise, feel free to call or text me on my personal cell if you have any questions, 815-520-6020. Thanks so much.